Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to be talking about fabric bundle junk journal ideas. But first, let's have our shout out to Tammy, Liz, Betty, Sherry, Renee, and Annette. I appreciate each and every one of you. So I have this fabric bundle. It has come from 1924 Linens and More, and I will list her Etsy shop down below. This is truly beautiful. It's her lavender bundle. So we have vintage lace here. We have some vintage lace strips. Oh my goodness, nice trim. I have some mulberry type gauze material. A little strip of this polka dotted fabric. Then I have this gorgeous piece of mulberry lace. Let me just move this right on over here so you can see it. It even has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it does shimmer. And then this is gorgeous. I don't even know what color to call this. It's a goldy greeny kind of, oh, it's just yummy. We've got this one right here. There's a beautiful purple right here, a plum color. And then one that's a little lighter color. Oh, and then there's this one. This is gorgeous too. It shines, and this one is very interesting. I'm not sure what kind of material this is. It almost feels like suede, but it's not. But it's very beautiful. And then we have a piece of burlap. So that's what I have in my bundle. And I thought, well, first, let's maybe make a junk journal with it. And let's cover our junk journal with our beautiful pieces and maybe a piece of ephemera. I have a few here that I've gone through my stash, and a lot of these will just go gorgeous with it. Look at that one. Oh my goodness. Every one that I pull out will just look absolutely beautiful with it. It really doesn't seem to matter which one I pull out. They all are truly beautiful with it. It brings out the different colors bring out different colors in the fabric. Look at that one with this one. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's just begin. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to bring in a box. I have already trimmed down my box. This is a food box, and I have trimmed it down so that the finished journal size is going to be a little shy of 4 inches and a little past 6. So, 4 to 6, somewhere in there. But as I was looking at this, and let's just say we want to put this down, well, that's going to show through. That's not going to work out so well, right? And then there's another one here that if we want to use it, it would just show through. This one, that's not going to work. So I decided that I would grab my acrylic paint. Now this one happens to be Apple Barrel brand. They come in all different brands. You can buy these little bottles fairly inexpensive at Walmart or even maybe Hobby Lobby, Joann's, something like that. And this is mine. And I went ahead and I painted my box. Now granted, you can still kind of see that it says Rice-A-Roni on it. But when we place this on top, no, you really can't see at all. You can't read what that is, not at all. So that is what I did. I painted it. Now I did put a couple of layers on, and I did have to let it dry for a little while. So it's been drying, and it is completely dry, and we can get right on it. So let's kind of decide, what do we want to do? What pieces do we want to use to make our little, shall we say, fabric collage? So I'm not even sure. I'm really not. We could, none of these pieces really totally cover my box. So we're going to have to splice them together. And do I want to take it at an angle? Do I want to do something like this? I'm just not sure of how to really kind of tackle this and see which one do I want to highlight on the cover. this one is really cool with this part. Well, they're all cool, but I think it goes, I'm not sure which way it goes. I think it goes this way. I could be wrong though. But maybe we could just take pieces of it and just do a collage, kind of. That's what I was thinking of, maybe just collaging some things on here. I don't know which one to start with though. See, isn't that gorgeous already? That just is gorgeous. And then we put this on top. But where to start, you know? That's what we have to decide. We've got to start somewhere. Somewhere has to be the starting point. So, do any of these rip? That's another question that I have. I'm not sure that they do, and I'm kind of, to tell you the truth, I'm kind of scared to see if they rip. But I think we better try. So, this front, from the spine here to here, is about, it's about a little over 3.5, so it's about 3 3/4. I just think I want a little piece of this on here, and I don't know, I even hate to cut it. I'm thinking, I know I'm dilly-dallying here. You've checked in to see what on earth Cathy's doing, and Cathy's going fumbling around. Maybe we should just glue it on in big pieces and then come back and trim it off. That's kind of what I'm thinking now. I'm thinking we should start and put this on here like this and then come back and trim it off. So this is my heaviest piece. Well, the burlap is heavy too, but this one's pretty heavy. This one has a very heavy feel. Let's go ahead. Let's pop this one on just like this. Now I have actually, believe it or not, I'm going to fray this just a little bit. Believe it or not, I have my fabric tack. I am not using hot glue today. I'm actually using my fabric tack because I am just not too sure if I possibly want to run my sewing machine over this, run it, you know, sew it a little bit. And if I use my hot glue on this cover, I won't be able to use my sewing machine because it will, well, the sewing machine, the needle won't go through it. So I've got my fabric tack here. I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. I've been shaking it, trying to get it warmed up so that we can squeeze it out. I don't want to lose my lid. Oh, here it comes. You know that fabric tack, it's always oozing out. So I'm just going to add my fabric tack on here like this. Okay. And I'm going to get this lid on before it oozes out too much. And I'm going to get a paper here because I've got it on my glass mat. I can see it right here. Get that off. I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to brush it. I don't really want to have any big globs of glue. And let's just start and let's lay down some of, let's see, it went all the way down. Let's go like this. Let's just lay that down. Oh my gosh, you guys, this shot out, my thing is shot out on the floor. It's oozing everywhere. This is one of the reasons why I really don't like fabric tack. Oh, I think that was funny. It shot out. It just, the pressure, I guess, was too much, and it just shot that lid right on out onto the floor. Okay, yeah, fabric tack, I mean, you know, it's useful and it's a wonderful thing, but egads, it comes with a lot of issues, doesn't it? Okay, so hopefully that's not going to shoot that lid off. And I'm going to just rub my finger on there. I'm not going to worry that it has a little bit of a discoloration. That's not going to be what I'm going to worry about. I'm going to maybe put it on here like this. Okay, now I need to wipe my finger off, and I just got a notification that I might have a little issue with recording. Let's go ahead and trim this. Let's trim it now. I don't think I'm going to fold it over. I think I'm just going to trim it out. So let's go ahead and let's get this trimmed. So I'm trimming that, and then I'm going to trim this. Okay. And then I'm going to trim this side. And that will enable us to look at it a little better. So here we are so far. And I'm just going to set that over to the side. Maybe this one would be a lovely one to add to our piece. Thinking I might want to cut it. So I'm just going to cut a little piece, because we're just collaging. We're just taking pieces and we're just going to collage it. I like that. That looks good. And I'm thinking possibly finish it off with a little bit of this lighter color. So back to the fabric tack. And I think I'm going to apply it right onto the fabric itself. I'm hoping this is going to be an okay idea. So just adding my fabric tack. I'm going to get enough on here that it really is glued down. Okay. Let's turn this over. And I think I'm going to place it down like this. As you can see, I'm not really doing the spine. I'm just doing the front part. So the spine, it's like right there. Okay. I'm going to actually trim this off. There we are. Okay. I need to add a little bit right here because we didn't glue that down. That's right on top of that beautiful piece of fabric there. Let's just finish and get this glued down completely, so we're all completely glued down. And then let's move on to that beautiful, it's kind of a pinky lavender color. Dusty Rose, that's the name of this. That's the color we called it way back in the day. I don't know if they still call it that color or not, but yeah. Maybe let's go, just dropped a piece on the floor. Let's take this corner like this. Let me grab my piece off the floor, and we're going to have to just kind of see what we want to do with this. I have two going that way. That's kind of cool. I think it goes this way. Do I want it to be this way, or do I want to bring it up like this and maybe do that? I'm looking at my options, trying to decide, because we're just starting from scratch. I don't really like that design. I do like this one though. I do like that, and of course, you know, it's going to be like this. I could go this way, like that. I just keep turning it. I think I want it smaller. What happened to my scissors? Here they are. Hope I don't cut it too small. But I want it a little smaller. Maybe something like that. Okay, let's glue that down. So I'm just going to add my glue directly onto my fabric. Once again, that worked out pretty well. Collaging fabric. How fun, right guys? Different. Very different than collaging paper. Let go of my finger there. And I think it went something like this. I'm going to get it over to the side for sure. I want it to be right up here on the spine and smooth it out. That looks lovely. I do like that. I'm thinking possibly a little bit of this lace and maybe have it come down, maybe something like this. Now you're still going to be able to see that beautiful fabric underneath this lace. So I'm just going to cut a little bit. I don't want to cut too much, so I'm going to cut it down like this, and then I'm going to cut it over. I think that's going to be plenty. And let's add that. I don't want too much. Like this, or I'm looking at this little triangle right here. So maybe like that. What do you think of that? That's really pretty. I'm thinking I might want to, this is heavier right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to turn it to be heavier at the bottom and have it be like that. Oh, that's pretty. That's it. I like that a lot. So I'm just going to actually add the glue straight onto this fabric because the lace has so many holes in it that I don't think that would be a good idea. I think I'd end up covered in glue more than I would having the fabric or the lace covered in glue. So I'm just adding some glue on here, and then I'm going to add, making sure it's this way, I'm going to add this oh goodness gracious, that is so gorgeous. Pressing it down so it gets glued on. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and trim this off right here. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Now, I'm wondering, should we take this piece and cover that edge right there? Oh, I like that. So see how that edge is? It's kind of, may I get it to where it's white? You can see that? But if we lay this and glue it right on, this is just that little piece that we just cut off. If we lay it right here and we glue that on, won't that look lovely? Oh, I'm loving this. This is fantastic. So let's go ahead and glue that down now. All right, so adding our glue, and just follow it right on up because that's what we're going to cover. And this seems to be pulling up a little bit, so I'm going to add some glue underneath it. See if I can get that glued down. Getting the strands. Okay, and then this is the right side of this. And we're just going to lay it down. Oh goodness, that is gorgeous. I really am loving how this is turning out. I love the colors. I love everything about it. All right, so now we have the front. I'll turn it this way, give it a trim. we have the front completed. That's going to be our front. But, well, completed as far as laying the lace down. Now there's going to be other things we're going to put on here as well. What happened to all those goodies? Let's see, they're over here now. Look at this. We've got this goodie that we can add on there. Look at that. We could collage that onto there. We've got this vintage piece of, it has a name, I'm sure. I don't know what that name is, but we could add that onto there. We could put beads on here. I just thought of that. We could put beads. Beads would be beautiful. This is this. We could actually, okay, now I'm getting an idea. We could get some beads, we could sew it on here, and then glue that on. Let me grab some beads that will go with this, because this is just turning out so luscious. Oh, I'm very excited about this. Hang on just a second. All right, you guys, so I'm back. I've got an assortment of beads. I have my needle already threaded and knotted at the end. And let's see what we can do. I've got these. This is pretty cool. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool. I don't know where to stick it, but I also have one that's kind of, well, it's a gold color. That would be really neat. I don't know if I should keep everything, whoa, keep everything, whoa, keep everything on here, or maybe just put them here and there. Once again, I'm just not too sure, but let's take a stitch. Let's try something. Let's just start. We have to just start. Not sure. Well, we're just gonna have to start somewhere. This one's a teardrop shape bead, and I don't know, but let's go ahead and let's sew it on here and see how that looks. We can always cut it off. You don't have to keep it on there. But I think sewing it would be a lot better than gluing it. So let me pull this down and see how we are. You know, sewing is hand sewing. It's just really not my thing. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm not sure that I will be able to get this sewn on the way that I would like. Also, may just take too long. Okay, well that's very beautiful. Let's do something right. I'm thinking, do I need to knot that since I've got it on there? I don't know. I'm going to take another stitch. There we go. There's another stitch. Oh, they anchored it pretty good. Now let's see. Let's try putting something right here. And then what shall we put right there? I've got some gold beads. Do I want to just put one gold bead, or maybe two, or a cluster? That's an idea. Let's try that. So, you know, if you're like me and you're like, this really isn't my thing, go ahead and give it a try. I mean, all you can do is try, and then if it doesn't work out, cut it off, and that was not the way to do it. Okay, we're going to have to take the needle, unthread the needle, because I shouldn't have gone back around. I should have just gone straight down. See what I mean by this isn't my thing, and if I can do it, you guys, you can do it too. You can do it as well. Okay, I might have to, oh, there, I got it. All right, so I'm going right back down on here. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Cathy. All righty, and let's So we've got that. We'll have to sew it down, anchor it down. There we go. So there's a cluster of 3. So now let's see what that looks like. Are we still liking it? Has my head been in there the whole time? I hope not. I hope my head has not been in there the whole time. Let's glue this down. Then we're going to have to decide, let's glue this down. I think I'm going to leave those. Maybe we can put this on this end, or do we want the gold one? Let's see. Do we want that one, or do we want the gold one? This, you're supposed to sew this down. It's got holes in it. Well, that's kind of cool. I do like that. And now I think I want to add a couple more pieces on the end. If I sew this on here, which, you know, it's almost not wide enough, I'm going to have to glue it down and then sew it on. All right, I want to add a couple more things here. You guys, are you bored to death watching me do this? I'm not sure. If you are, then I will cut off and come back when I've got some things sewn on there. But I'm thinking you're okay with me. What time is it? I'm thinking you're okay. All right, I'm going to believe that you're okay and you're still with me. And we're just going to sew this on like this. Okay. These little teardroppy ones, they're different. They don't lay real flat. Oh, that's not too bad. That's a pretty colored one right there. I've got a blue one, I've got some gold, and then I've got this. Well, that's just pretty. I like that a lot. Let's glue this on. Let's kind of tie this off and glue that on, and then figure out how we're going to glue that gold rectangle thing on. So we're just going to knot this so that it doesn't all fall apart, right? Right, guys, we don't want it to all fall apart after all that. Okay, we've got that on. Let's cut this off. I'm going to actually cut a little shorter there. And I'm going to put my needle over here. And then we're going to lay this down. I think I want to lay it about right here. And let me see here. How is that looking to everyone? How does that look? Oh, I think that's looking pretty special. All right. Fabric tack, here we come. And let's just turn it over like that. And then just add our fabric tack. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to really make sure it's glued on well, since it's kind of carrying some weight now with those beads on there. Put my lid back on. Hopefully it won't shoot off. And that was really funny, guys. Okay, I've never had that happen before. Have it shoot off like that. All right, pushing the glue down and getting everything glued on. I really like that. I'm going to turn this off right here. Now we're dealing with our jewel right here. I've got my thread still on my needle. I just need to make a little knot. Okay. And well, I'm thinking, could I possibly go through the bottom? I don't know. If I do it this way, I could see where the hole is. And there's the hole. Oh, you guys, that worked. it's working. As you can tell, I'm so excited. I'm excited. This is coming together, and it's going to be super cool. No, don't go down that way, Cathy. Don't go across that way. Go back down like that. I'm talking to myself. I got to give myself moral support and tell myself what I'm doing here, guys. Okay. Poke a hole so I can see where to come up from. And I'm going to come up right there. Let's see if I can get this to sit right on top. Get it go through the hole. Come on now. Yeah, we did it. We're doing it. It's happening. It kind of almost looks like Renaissance is what it's reminded me of. Very much so. Very, very much that era. I'm tying a knot, so I'm going to tie my little jewel that we just sewed on. Okay, let's cut that, and let's see, how is it looking now? Oh goodness, you guys, that's spectacular. Okay, let's take this piece and let's go across this way. What do you think? I think that looks good that way. We could actually go this way and this way. We could do it like that, or we could just do it across I keep going one end to the other, across the pink. Should we go all the way across it? Across the pink and the dark purple? I'm thinking we need to trim this off right here like this. And then lay it on like that. What do you think of that? I like it. I really do. All right, fabric tack, here we come. This one's not going to be as easy to get it glued on because it's, well, it just doesn't have that much to glue on. I'm just going to kind of go like this and get my lid back on my fabric tack. And then, where did I cut it? I cut it right here. And let's just what do you guys think of that? I think that's going to be okay. So I'm going to trim it. I don't want to lose my needle in this pile. I'm going to trim it off right here, just like that. Now, is there any more spots we want to put this trim? So there's an option of going down like that. I don't want to really make a T. I kind of made a T. There's this option. We could put it across this way as well. It's really not doing it for me. We could take it all the way across this way. Well, that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. But I don't know if we want to put any ruffles or anything like that on there. We could go across this way. That one's not too bad at all. That would be like this. But we're going to finish off this corner, and I'm not sure how we're going to do that. What time we have? We have 34 minutes. You guys, I think that I'm going to finish our video and come back tomorrow with working on the spine and the other side. We've got to talk about the inside. Oh, we got to find some things to put in it. Oh, this is so much fun, you guys. You guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.